after my first ayahuasca, so make sure you listen to this video before you do ayahuasca. It is serious stuff, guys. You don't want to be messing up with ayahuasca unless you know where you're going and who you're doing with. My name is Jose Reynoso, and I've been on this path of awakening, of remembrance for the past 7 years. And it all started when I got invited to do ayahuasca in Peru. Little did I know that my whole life will shatter after my first ceremony. I went there with my now partner, but we were just getting to know each other. And we decided to experience ayahuasca because we wanted to learn more about life. And I'm sure if you're watching these videos, because you also have those questions, those butterflies in your stomach telling you, hey, look deeper, ask other questions. There's another way to do life. And that's the journey I've been on since that moment. And I decided to do ayahuasca because it sounded and it looked like, and I read about it, like a great opportunity to get to know myself better, to get to know the earth better, to get to know the story of humanity better. Little did I know is that when I showed up in Peru, my life from that moment after would change. It was like losing everything I've ever was holding on to. It was losing my identity, it was losing what I thought I was, all these ideas. My first night when I sat down in ayahuasca, I really went just with an open mind. I didn't go with an intention, I want to heal this, I want to fix this. I was just like, ayahuasca, teach me. I'm here to learn. And that's the first tip I can suggest to anybody doing ayahuasca. Go with an open minded. Don't be too fixed on what you want to heal, what you want to fix, what you want to let go. Because I always say this to people. There's your expectations and there's your intention, and then there's the intention that is best suited for you in that moment. So going with an open mind allowed me to experience the ceremony without being conditioned to what I wanted or the outcome I wanted from that ceremony. Throughout my ceremony, I saw myself in a box, living a life that was not meant for me. And this is a disclaimer. I was living a pretty epic life. I was living in Canada, I was skiing, I was doing some work related with food, and I wanted to open my own restaurant. So I was really living a fun, fulfilled life as much as my awareness was giving me opportunity. But when I did ayahuasca, I started to realize that there was more to life than just success and making a profitable business in the restaurant industry, or just having good friends and enjoying the snow, which for me that was already a big high in life. Ayahuasca showed me, hey, Jose, and it shook me up. And I started to feel like all these leaves from my tree, who I was, started to shake off. And I felt like it was stories and ideas that I had acquired throughout my life. They started to all come down. And I felt like big parts of me were just dissolving. And if I have to be honest, I was a little bit afraid, because I started to see like, okay, so if all these ideas of who I am are starting to vanish and disappear, then who am I? But it also showed me, and it also allowed me to remember that I was here on this incarnation, I was here on the earth for a very specific reason, for a divine purpose. And it didn't show me with details what my life was gonna be, exactly where I was gonna go, where I would be investing my time and energy and money in, or where would I even be making money from. But it showed me little glimpses of me in a different role, in a role where I was sharing with people some tools to support them also in their awakening and remembrance of divine nature. And as I said before, it was scary because I'm like, no, I'm Jose, and I'm gonna open a very cool, vibey restaurant in Canada, and I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna keep enjoying life like I've been doing so far. But the medicine was telling me, yes, that's a possibility. The medicine cannot force you to do anything. That understanding cannot tell you to quit everything and do a different life. But it tells you that that is living in mediocrity. That's just complacent with what it is. but it showed me and it gave me the strength, and it was something really hard to explain with words, but it was this feeling that I'm here to do something big. I'm here to transform the lives of millions of people. And that's been the journey I've been since that ceremony. And that's why I started this video telling anyone watching this video, be prepared for your whole life to shatter. Be prepared for your whole existence to completely dissolve into nothing. Your identity, your names, your last names, your titles, CEOs, or whatever you are clinging into. Because what would your life be if you allow yourself to sing the melody of your heart? To sing that sweet song that is your true essence. And you're not trying to fancy anybody else. You're not trying to impress your parents, your grandparents, the educational system, society in general. You're just singing because it's making you happy. And that is the key teaching I had in that first ceremony. It was, hey, remember, you're here to be happy. You're here to make others happy. And you're here to be you. So stop pretending, stop trying and wearing yourself off by trying to please others, by trying to play a role that is not for you. You focus on you. You be who you're meant to be. And in that moment, I really had no clue of who I was meant to be. Little did I know that that was the beginning, that was the seed being planted. That will launch me to travel for the past 7 years all around the world, living with my suitcase, my partner, in different continents. I was living in Bali, in Asia and Southeast Asia. I lived in Australia, in Philippines. I lived in Thailand. I lived in Europe. I lived in Canada, Central America. All of these countries, traveling with a van with one single purpose: discovering who I am, bringing forward my gift and purpose, and finding the best ways that I can share what makes me come alive. And all of this because I decided to say yes to a transformational experience like ayahuasca. Disclaimer, am I saying, hey, go for it, do ayahuasca? Hey, ayahuasca is for you. I cannot tell you to do ayahuasca. I actually will tell you, I don't recommend you to do ayahuasca. I just recommend you to do something to get out of your comfort zone. Do something to shift your energy and do something that gets you excited. And if you don't know what gets you excited, go and travel, go and learn new skills, go and talk to new people. And slowly you will start to understand that there is a unique divine purpose within each of us. And that we cannot compare my journey with your journey or his journey with her journey. Each one of us, divine beings, has a very unique purpose in this world. And it's up to each one of us to fulfill it. The question is, are you ready to discover, strengthen, and share your purpose? And this is the teaching I got from ayahuasca. Connect to your purpose, connect to your happiness. Only do things that are in alignment with what makes you happy, what makes you come alive. Stop people pleasing. Stop playing small. You are here for a great divine mission. Throughout the ceremony of ayahuasca, I had many visions. I had bodily sensations. There was a moment I felt inebriated. I felt almost drunk until the energy was able to focus. And I remember the shaman telling me, just connect to your breath. Don't look elsewhere in the room, because there were people next to me that they were vomiting their guts out. And I know everybody talks about vomiting in ayahuasca. Sometimes you vomit, some people don't vomit, so don't go with the expectation that you're gonna vomit or somebody is gonna vomit. But just know that this vomit is called a purge, and in the purge you are releasing old energies, old drugs and substances from your body. You're clearing up your body to make space for new energies, to make space for a new energy to be able to be manifested and transmitted through you. Ayahuasca is not the solution for any of your problems. As a matter of fact, most of the times it will surface and bring into clarity many of the problems that you already have, but what it gives you is a new perspective. So you, as an empowered, divine, sovereign being, can start taking a step and being in action into solving your own problems, which in the end you probably will realize it was not a problem, it was a blessing, it was a teaching for you to ask deeper questions, for you to start questioning things and start to discover your own truth. So is ayahuasca the solution? Is ayahuasca God? Is ayahuasca the way to heal the world? For some it is, for some it is not. But as I always say, you will never know unless you try it. And if you want to try it, make sure you do good research. You talk to people that have done it in the past. Don't look for them on Craigslist. Don't look for them just landing in Peru looking for one. It might sound funny, but there's people that do it and then they end up in a bad situation. Always go with a reputable facilitator or shaman that is providing this experience, somebody with extensive training, somebody that you've heard through somebody else that can recommend you and they can vouch for that person, for him or for her. And once you decide to do it, my tips and my own advice is trust the process. Trust that you're in the right place, in the right time, and that if you are sitting in consecration with this medicine, it's because you're meant to be. There's no mistakes. And allow the medicine to do its work. Get out of the way and it will be much easier. Most of the times the suffering comes from you trying to hold tight into control and not allowing the medicine to do its magic. And finally, enjoy the process. You're going to that experience to experience change. So don't hold on into who you are and what you believe. Allow the change to happen. Enjoy the process, smile, breathe, and the next day write a few lines, journal, because I'm sure it will also be a before and after in your life. If you want to know about more plant medicines and sacred journeys, I'll keep posting some videos because I've traveled far and long to the jungle. I've spent time with shamans, with healers, discovering which plant medicines are the most valuable for my own discovery and own journey. And maybe they also can help you in your own journey. Blessings and namaste from Costa Rica.